Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Suikoden 5. In the last episode, we journeyed on a mining cart through the dwarf camp to try to get to Saronix's castle. We ended up finding out that the folks who massacred the dwarves were not us, well obviously, but were actually assassins with Nethergate. Surprise! We beat up those assassins and ended up going to Saronix's castle and then leaving and then coming back, only to discover that Craig Lawden will not give the order to ride out. However, we did pick up a couple of folks on the way. We picked up the Dragon Cavalry warriors, Rug and Rahal, and we have them in the party right now. In this episode, we get to head back to the war room, and let everybody else know what's going on. I am going to go ahead and note that what is coming up is going to be a choice of two major battles, or army battles. We're actually going to be seeing both of them today, because I'm going to do the harder of the two first, and then I'm going to do the easier of the two. The story does not change whichever one you do, so just FYI, you can choose either of them, but I'm going to show both because I want to. So let's go ahead and head in and see what awaits us. Ah, a hearty beaver welcome back, your highness. And an even heartier dwarven welcome. See, told you I'd be here, human. I see 2 Dragon Cavalry soldiers. I trust the rest are waiting outside, your highness? Well, about that. Not exactly. Please forgive me. We were only able to get Rug and Rahal. And not even their dragons, either. Our commander has informed us that he cannot order the Dragon Cavalry to ride out. Yet, he will not say why. That doesn't make any sense. Yes, it does, actually. It means Godwin got to him first. Our commander wouldn't side with Godwin? I can't believe that. This is a grave accusation to make against the honorable commander of the Dragon Cavalry. Are you certain? Let's just say I have a feeling. Well, we'll just have to make do with what we have for now. Right. Your Highness, the enemy advance is gaining speed. Kildrick's troops are bearing down on Lelcar, and Lordlake is in the direct path of the Armis Southern Mountain Corps. Looks like we've only got to worry about those two, though. The Armis Western Marine Corps hasn't left Estrise. Shulavalya, commander of the Western Marine Corps, is a moderate when it comes to foreign affairs. My best guess is he dispatched his troops just so he could keep an eye on things. Leave only a minimal amount of troops on the Eastern Front. Redeploy the rest to defend Lelcar and Lordlake. Can they even be defended? The odds are overwhelming. There are still a great number of civilians in both towns. We must hold out at least until the civilian population has been safely evacuated. That's the whole plan? Not exactly up to your usual standards. I'll take that as a compliment. I have ordered the evacuees to harvest all crops and gather all food supplies before leaving. You're really taking your strategy that far? Yes, it's already underway. The enemy supply lines are quite long, especially the visitors from Armis. Their provisions should run low soon, and I'm not going to allow them to procure any locally. That's where the situation stands now, Your Highness. We must protect Lelcar and Lordlake. I want to note something here. I want to note something historical, and it is a beautiful thing, because she is precisely right. The strategy that they are doing, what she calls defense in depth, can also be thought of as guerrilla warfare or something of that ilk. And essentially what she's advocating that we do is that we snipe at them, that we bite at their heels, we take them out in small regiments, we reduce their forces little by little, and deprive them of any and all supplies that they can use on their way towards Saros Lake, which is of course where they're headed. This is the strategy, most effectively, that the Russians adopted against Napoleon in 1812 when he invaded Russia with his Grande Armée of 600,000 men. The strategy worked beautifully, because essentially what the Russians did was exactly what she's advocating we do. Get the civilians out of the way, get all the supplies out of the way, and harass the crap out of them. And that's what the Russians did. They withdrew their supplies, they withdrew their people, and got the heck out of Dodge. They even surrendered Moscow itself, which was the capital. And typically in European warfare at the time, if you capture the capital, it's game over. But it wasn't game over for Napoleon, and it wasn't game over for the Russians, because Napoleon had gotten himself entrapped in what, incidentally, happened to be one of the worst winters in Russia in quite some time. That deprived him of supplies, deprived him of manpower, and his supply train, as she mentioned, I mean, obviously the Armist supply train is totally different from this, but Napoleon's supply train extended all the way from Moscow all the way back to Warsaw, Poland, which was where he had set up his base. That is humongous, and it was ultimately impossible for Napoleon to maintain. What ended up happening? He had to withdraw his Grande Armée, and as he withdrew his army, the Russians pounced. They started attacking in major conflicts, and it ended up sapping Napoleon's strength to the point that by the time he was done with his invasion, his failed invasion, his army had gone down from 600,000 men to 60,000. So Napoleon, in the space of one winter, had lost 90% of his army. This proved instrumental in not only giving encouragement to his enemies, particularly the British and the Portuguese, and the Germans, but it also essentially destroyed his invincibility and prepared the ground for him to be ultimately defeated in 1815. So, yeah, this strategy is, given how Lucretia is espousing it, this strategy is brilliant. And if executed correctly, which of course we're going to make sure it is, it would work to incredibly good effect, particularly in one's own land. The knowledge and mastery of one's own environment is essential to this strategy, and essentially we have it. I'll dispatch the necessary troops. Which force will your highness take command of? Now ultimately, like I said, we are going to take both, so I am actually going to film both episodes, or both instances, essentially. So, yeah, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to choose the instance which is the most difficult, and that is going to be the protection of Lordlake. Very well. Boz, Dine, deploy to the southeast of Lordlake and engage the Armist Southern Mountain Corps. You can count on us. We shall not fail His Royal Highness. Lordlake is at your service as well, Your Highness. I should hope so. Admiral Raja, I'll leave the defense of Lelcar to you. Understood. Nobody knows General Luger better than me. We'll help you out, Your Highness. Rest assured. Alright, Your Highness, just say the word. Okie dokie. Eee! Welcome to Army Battle at Lordlake, the Lordlake Defense Campaign. The purpose of this operation is to buy enough time to allow the citizens of the town to evacuate. It's also a part of our defense in depth strategy. Wearing down the enemy is important, but it won't mean a thing if we suffer too many losses. Don't do anything rash, Your Highness. Lordlake has also become a refuge for people from Sable. Until they're all free and clear, we must defend the town at any cost. We'll show those Armist fools who's boss! Forward, men! Take Lordlake and we'll have a feast tonight! Shidan, don't be so greedy. Our goal is victory, not the spoils of victory. Alright, so the first thing I want to point out here is the music has changed. And in these next few army campaigns that we're going to be showing that are in the, essentially the Armist invasion / holy crap, the world's falling apart phase of the game, the music will be different. It's unfortunate, but it's understandable. Secondly, I will point out that the battle goal is different, and it will be the same battle goal ultimately for the Lelcar campaign as well, which is have total enemy forces or survive for 10 minutes. If you're able to do either, you win. If Friador is killed, or if the enemy gets to Lordlake, you lose. Which is not fun. I've actually had it happen before, and it can happen really quickly. Okay, so, let me go ahead and show the units here. Boz and Dine are locked in as infantry units, so I set them up, Boz with 2 charges and 2 recovers from Ernst. I set up Dine with 4 charges from Roy and Subala. The Prince's unit is completely locked in. I switched Galleon's unit into the Maximilian Spear unit with Isabel and Matthias with high defense. They're probably going to be one of my defense units staying close to the city. Then I put in the Limburg Cavalry unit because, oh, of course we're going to need that. And your 3 archer units are going to need to be able to go very quickly, and you want to have them as ready as you can. So I've got 2 uses of the Star Rune and Cyclone Rune for Zarases. For Bernadette's, we have 2 Flowings and 2 Recovers. And the Rune Archer unit, we've got 1 Mother Earth and 4 Barrages. So load those suckers for bear, because this one is going to go very, very quickly. Alright, now let's go ahead and show you the map. What's going to happen is these units will begin charging immediately. So you want to have your archers out front, because obviously your cavalry are going to get there first. Then from there, you've got Jadon, and then Random Cavalry unit, which is 3 stars, which is good. And then Random Cavalry, which is 4 stars, which is not so good. But every unit save 1, save I think the main one, Sparna's, is going to charge immediately. So you need to definitely make sure to be ready. What I'm going to do is probably move my units to deploy around Lordlake and make sure that essentially the archers are out front to begin with. And then have the cavalry probably on the wings so that they can flank as need be. Okay. Oh boy, this battle kind of makes me nervous. Hopefully it'll go well, but we'll see. Alright, so let's see. Let's send the Limburg Cavalry unit up north here. Then, like I said, let's move the Maximilian unit back here a little bit. Make sure to move our archer units to get them at the ready here. Okay. There's our 3rd archer unit. Let's have them in a triangle here. Okay, and then Prince. Okay, no, that's Boz's unit. Okay. Let's have you over here. Then, let's see. That's her unit. The Prince's unit, I'm going to have, like, right next to Lordlake, because they are our last defense, ultimately. Okay, see, there you go. You notice everybody's coming in hot and heavy, so... Alright, so they're going to run into our archer units. I'm going to go ahead and have the Lindworm Cavalry come in here, and then let's have Dine's Cavalry unit come up against this unit here. Okay, so... Oh boy, here goes nothing. Actually, in point of fact, what would be good if I can do this fast enough? I'm not going to quite be able to, that's fine. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. Alright, that's fine. What I'm thinking about wanting to do is go ahead and fight normal battles here, and then have Zarase wait in the middle with the Star Rune and just let her unleash hell. Of course, one thing that has to be taken into account in regards to that, where you have to be careful, is if you unleash it too soon... Oh god, they're slipping past the archers too. Crap, see, this is part of the problem. They just waited right by Tallgill's, or by archer units. Okay, I gotta correct that immediately here. Yes, go after them, please.
Don't let them get away.
Okay, good, that's fine. Alright, I may have to actually just go ahead and use that Star Rune. I don't particularly want to, but I may have to. Alright, go ahead. Yeah, you should be able to handle them easily. Okay, yeah, I mean, because you notice that knocked down... It took out 10 of his infantry and knocked down most of their cavalry already. Or most of their infantry, rather. Okay, so they're going to drive Dine's unit back. That's pretty smart. That means we can't flank their other infantry. Oh, that hit him really hard. Okay, I didn't expect that to hit him that hard. This could be a problem. Okay. Okay, you're going to barrage Zarase. Shoot. Okay, this is a problem. This could be a real problem. Because there goes her ability to use that Star Rune and be able to scatter the enemy. Okay, we need to rescue Dine's unit fast.
Don't let them get away.
Okay, yeah, this is fine. That's the thing with these battles. They are incredibly rapid because of just how quickly the units charge. Alright, alright, select.
Don't let them get away.
Okay, we need to charge that. And that's ultimately why I've got the charges there, just in case. Okay, where's that other infantry unit? Alright, they're gonna run smack into... Alright. Alright, stop. We need to get the map going, Prince. Let's go ahead and have you use that Dawn Rune. I didn't want to use it this early, but otherwise we're screwed. Because that unit's going to hit Lordlake and we lose. Now, hopefully what this will do is hopefully also heal Dine's unit. Maybe. It could very well. And if it does, then that's really the best solution there. Okay. It didn't quite. His unit wasn't close enough. Okay. They're going to use their other barrage on the Lindworm. That's fine. This, though, is why having good healing abilities is crucial to this battle. Okay, that's oh god. Those are some really strong archery units. Okay. Alright, so...
Get away!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use my charge. I have to, otherwise we're dead. And yeah, ditto. We're just gonna have to charge you out of existence here, really. Okay, let's see. Alright, I'm gonna have to make sure to move the map around a little bit after this because that's gonna chase them off. Alright, let's take a look here. You've got barrage. Okay, you've got the 2 recover. Let's go ahead and use one of those now on, yeah, Dine's unit. Otherwise, he's gone.
Don't let him get away.
Okay, good. That'll work out in our favor. So really, of course, it mentions that the goal is, hey, last 10 minutes or take out a half of their attack. It's most likely going to be taking out half of their unit because... Oh, dear lord. Okay. Let's see. Let's barrage you out of the way, I think. So that y'all can go after the cavalry. Because, I mean, we've done all this fighting and all this maneuvering and everything in the space of mere moments. It's really crazy how fast that go. Crap. This is going to drive Lindworm off the field. Shoot, I didn't get to them in time. Yup. Okay.
Pull back!
Withdraw.
Yeah, there goes Lindworm. Shoot. Okay, the good news is, though, it didn't do anything. Well, none of them died, so that's good. But, darn it. I'm still a little miffed about all that. Okay, you're going to run into them. Good. Alright, that should be the end of those guys. But that's part of the danger of this battle, ultimately, is that they are so fast. This whole thing is just insanely quick. And, okay, you don't need to heal anybody. Charge, please. Okay, well that almost drives them off the field. Now, though, let's go ahead and use the first star just to drive both of them back. It will likely eliminate at least the infantry field there, if not both sets. Well, it didn't eliminate either of them, actually. It's a little surprising. Okay, nah. Let's have you rushing in on cavalry here. Dine's probably going to have to use another charge to go after this. Let's see. Oh, good lord. Yeah, it's a big cluster. It's kind of tough, really.
Go!
Okay, that's fine. That's normal battle. That'll take out this infantry. I'm good with that. We should be getting fairly close to completely just wrecking them. Alright, you need to draw back. And that'll hit all 3 of them. I am happy as a clam with that.
Now.
Because that, I think, should finish things off. Because they started out with 1,600. We get them down to 800, they're going to withdraw. Well, not quite, but works well enough, I guess. Alright, let's see. So that draws those guys back into... Okay, yeah, that's good enough. The civilian population of Lordlake has been evacuated, Your Highness. Please pull out at once. What the? They're running away? Cowards, all of them. Well, looks like we'll be eating sooner than I thought. Alright men, storm Lordlake. Fall behind and you'll go hungry. First come, first served. Wait, strike quickly, but don't go randomly pillaging. This town is ours now, Jadon. See that you don't ruin it. Alright, so it's worth noting, and I forgot to mention this actually, you cannot get Victory Plus in either of these battles, whether it is the one that we're fighting now or the defense of Lelcar. So, no worries about that. You're good. If you win, you win. Of course, then the question is, what happens if you choose to defend Lelcar? So, I'll see you guys at the Lelcar defense. Alright, first off, if you do choose to defend Lelcar, the conversation, of course, is a little bit different. Alright, here's the situation. Luger's fleet is currently north of Lelcar. Raft's fleet is hindering their advance. This means your task is to deploy your troops to the west of Lelcar and engage General Nogum's forces. We'll help you out, Highness, rest assured. Well, sorry, but you won't be all that much help, Wazzle. Boz, Dine, the defense of Lordlake is in your hands. You can count on us! We shall not fail His Royal Highness, so that's not different, really. Your Highness, the defense of Lordlake is in good hands with our fighters. Alright, Your Highness, just say the word. Word. Yay! Welcome to the other defense campaign, the defense of Lelcar. The purpose of this operation is to buy enough time to allow the citizens of the town to evacuate. It's also a part of our defense in depth strategy. Wearing down the enemy is important, but it won't mean a thing if we suffer too many losses. Yeah, it's the exact same script, just saying. So, oh boy. Of course, the script is exactly the same because it's intended for you to just play one of them, not both, like me. Don't let Luger's fleet near Lelcar. Raja, we've got some unfinished business to take care of. Kill, 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 kill them all! Lelcar is sided with the rebel army! Show them what happens to towns that betray Her Majesty the Queen! Kill all the rebels you see! Kill, kill, kill! God, I almost feel like I'm trying to voice Monokuma on that one. He's out of control! Damn, are we really better off having someone like him on our side? Well, we must make do with the hand we've been dealt. We must send in all our soldiers at once. Push forward, men! We must take Lelcar! So, essentially, the goal is the same, and the map obviously is different, but it's kind of the same sort of goal. Really what you want to do, and what I'm going to try to do, is push my beaver units forward, and have the Dahak moving forward as well, because that'll be good against particularly the comm ship. Archer ship not so much, but the comm ships it'll help out against. The beavers will probably be best off taking the archer ships, and then I can try to send these guys after the ram, I suppose, depending on how things go. Now, as for the Lelcar archers, well, they actually would be fairly useful out in front instead of being there defending the city. So, what I'm likely going to do is pull my units back a little bit, and then have the archers out in front again, because, yeah, guess who's going to come hard charging in? Of course, it's going to be these guys. So, we want to make sure that we're ready for them first. Then have the Wilhelm and Mueller's, the Lindworm cavalry unit to flank again. And this time, hope that it works out a lot better. Because I'm going to have Kyle along with them with a grand total of 5 recovers. Yeah, he's going to be our healer here. Then we've got Lindworms, we've got Zerase, Vicky, and Cyro to give 2 uses of the Star Rune. And then, of course, obviously the Prince if need be. Now, I will note also as we go into battle here, let's go ahead and get things started. Obviously, the infantry are going to charge first, so that's why we're wanting to pull our own infantry units back and have the archers kind of come out front here. Alright, so I'll go ahead and have you flanking here, and then kind of have Kyle stationed along the middle here. Now, as for the naval units, let's go ahead... Okay, see, yeah, they're already setting forward. Let's go ahead and have the beavers pretty much meet them in the middle. and have the Dahak here if they need to barrage. But really, priority is going to be with the beavers here. Alrighty, so there's your Ram unit. Let's go ahead and gnaw at him first, obviously. Ideally, you'll want the beavers, of course, gnawing at all the ships and then going from there. That will help out immensely as far as getting the numbers down quickly. Okay, so they're probably going to run into them again. Let's see. Alright, cavalry's going a little too far north, so let's send Zerase after them. Alright, so go ahead and use your other gnaw there. Om nom nom. And then we'll just have the beavers fight normally until they need healing or until we get the chance to go after other ships here. Alright, so good. That's good. That's an advantage there. I'll go ahead and just do normal. Okay, so you notice those archers coming down around the other side of the lake. I want to withdraw my cavalry units and have Kyle confront them, because that's going to work out the best as far as that goes. Alright, that's fine. Let's move. Okay, you're going to use barrage. That's smart. That's about the only way to beat back any beaver units, really. Of course, fortunately, Fualu has the flowing rune, so if we need to, we'll use it. But I don't think we're going to particularly need to. Alright, pause. Go over here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let me go ahead and get you guys moved aside here and move Kyle's unit up, just so that they can confront those archers. Yep, works fine with me. Go for it. I also, of course, need to move the Lelcar unit up as well. If need be, though, I'll start using those Cyclone runes, because those, keep in mind, are going to heal Zerase and hurt the enemy. So this actually might be a good time to use one. Alright, good. I probably need to send that other beaver unit north, honestly. Now, of course, you might have noticed that there are other units that could end up fighting against us. You might be wondering where they are. Well, they're kind of waiting to deploy. They're going to deploy a little later. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and use the Cyclone just in case. That'll heal us. And then we're going to have that other cavalry unit is essentially going to be pinioned in between us and, well, us, basically. In between the Lelcar unit and Zerase. So that is exactly how I want them, really. So go ahead, start attacking them.
Don't let them get away!
Alright, go for it.
No!
Okay, so they charged? No, they didn't, okay. It's like, wait a minute, they didn't have any charges. No, they did not. Alright, so Prince, let's go ahead and have you... Alright, archers, what are you guys doing? Okay, you're infantry, you're both infantry, so that's gonna be the Lindworm's bag. So as long as we can keep that cavalry driven off, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. Okay, that's gonna push them back into the ocean, and Zerase's just gonna smash them from there, or the Lelcar units will. Okay, go get them. Oh, come on! Okay, sorry. I might have to fix that situation in a second, because... Alright, good. That's fine. I'm going to need to use the flowing rune with them in a moment, but... You're going to barrage the other ones. That's fine.
Fire!
Yeah, I mean, that's smart. Okay, that's fine. That didn't really do too much to him, particularly. And that's going to start taking down this one. Okay, so... Let's see. Now, this one isn't quite as much a complete cluster as the previous, but all the same, it's still a pretty heated battle. Of course, you will note also where that cavalryman is going down there. He's heading right for the Prince, which actually works out really well, because if he dove straight for Lelcar, since he pretty much just skipped around Lelcar's archers, we'd lose. So we're lucky that their AI is kind of dumb in this case. Now, the one thing that might be a problem with Kyle fighting this unit is you notice they've got a use of the flowing rune, so we're going to kind of have to keep on them and make sure that nothing untoward happens. What the crap are you doing? Okay, fine. You know what? Go for it. Just nuke them. I mean, this is not the ideal use of it, honestly, but still, it'll take that unit down, and that'll be the biggest threat that we have, I think. Now, our target number for this one is around 1,200, so once it hits to that point, we should, I think, be good to go. Okay, yeah, there we go. We're good. Okay, that's fine. And that was the most useless heal ever because nobody needed to be healed, but that's alright. Okay, so you notice now the infantry are starting to marshal, so let's start bringing the cavalry up. Alright, so Lindworms, you guys go up here. Okay, I'm going to need to use the flowing room pretty soon with these guys, I think. May not be necessary in the end, but we'll see. Okay, they're down to 30. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, just in case. Okay, I also want to get the Dahak in this as well, going after the comm ship, finish it off.
Don't let him get away!
Yep, go right ahead. That's fine. Just kill them. Wreck them. Kill them dead. Make it to hopefully where they won't think to use the flowing rune.
Don't let him get away!
Alright, so let's go ahead and use this Null on Barham's ship. And I'm going to have to be careful when engaging Barham's unit because he is a 5-star general, so he's going to hurt a bit more. Even though the Beavers have the advantage in terms of the overall RPS, he's still going to hurt, so I'm going to need to make sure to keep an eye on him. Actually, what I'd probably be better off doing be just diving onto this archer ship. Alright, that's fine. This ship only has maybe one more battle left in it, ultimately. So, oh yeah, it's only got one more left, and then it's dead. Yep, there's your flowing rune. That's kind of what I was afraid of. Darn it! I was hoping they wouldn't get a chance to use that, but oh well. Alright, so I'm going to probably... Well, actually, I might need to maneuver with the Lindworm unit just to keep them from running into those archers. There you go. There goes that one. And now we can turn the Beavers on this ship right here. That should take care of that one pretty easily. Okay, now over here, we've got... Okay, yeah. Let's move the Lindworms around. Let's see. Now you're coming out that way. Okay. Move you over here and go ahead and have Kyle charge. Okay, that's probably going to push him right back into Morune's unit. So that's pretty much perfect. Go for it. Oh, yes, exactly where I hoped it would go. Okay, so we're going to have to use one of those charges here. Because otherwise, yeah, it's going to be bad news for us. Especially since they got all their health back. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead actually and move... Let's move both of these guys down a little bit. Let's move y'all down here and see how things shake out.
Don't let him get away!
Okay, will do. Won't do, rather, I guess. We might actually be able to take them down without particularly engaging the main forces, which is kind of odd. But I'll take it.
Don't let them get away!
Okay, that should finish up the comm ship, so you're done. And that'll leave the 3 of our naval forces versus Barham, which is an advantage for us, obviously. Yep, bye! And I haven't even brought the 4th ship into play yet. Okay, but we're done anyway. The civilian population of Lelcar has been evacuated, Your Highness. Please pull out at once. The rebels flee? Bah! Take Lelcar now! Seize all valuables! Kill any who remain! Kill, kill, kill! Kill them all! Show no mercy to traitorous scum! Kill, kill, kill! Kill them all! As of course, in the last battle, there is no victory plus, so no worries about it. And I actually fared a lot better in this one because it didn't turn into a giant cluster. Yay. Good work, everyone. Both towns have been safely evacuated. The occupiers should be realizing their mistake right about now. We didn't leave anything behind, after all. But haven't we just dug our own graves? It won't be long before Godwin and Armis bear down on this castle. He's right. We seem to be in a desperate situation. What's your plan of action, Lucretia? Huh. I suppose we should take all the castle's goods and provisions and leave. Leave? Lucretia, you've got to be joking! A joke, eh? I truly don't get the human sense of humor. No, this is no joke. Does my plan really sound that crazy? Think about it. What is our goal? Protecting this castle? Losing this castle doesn't mean we've been defeated. As long as the prince and the rest of us live and have the will to fight, we can continue the battle elsewhere. That's true, and the enemy's naval capacity is limited to Luger's fleet. We hold the advantage on the rivers. We still have a chance if we can get back to Wrathfleet. The enemy is probably convinced that they'll win once this castle falls. They're in for a big surprise. I'd love to see the looks on their faces when they realize what we've done to them. What do you think, Your Highness? I'm gonna buy for time, because I need to go save. You're right, Your Highness. This is a most difficult decision. Please give it some thought. And that, of course, will bring us to this point where we're able to run around and supply or resupply and do whatever we need to do before making the decision. It is a huge decision, and we are going to make it next time on Suikoden 5. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see y'all later.